Fuck happiness. Stay angry. So, I don't know what it is with motherfuckers thinking that you should be happy. Whoever said that you should be fucking happy?
10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Out in the streets, they call it murder.
Jam rock, jump with the thugs and camp back. 2 pound within a van back. It in your handbag, you're not.
Matthew. Well. Looky, I got hooky. Roofie, oh. You want to remember that movie? Fuck you if you don't. Get out of the chat.
Reference.
You don't know the fuck you out of the chat. I'm just kidding. You can come back. It's from Hook. That's like one of my favorite movies from when I was a little kid. Robin Williams played Peter Pan with what was the guy who played Hook himself? I can't remember. But it was a really, really, really good movie. I always like reference it in my mind. Like there's that scene where they're opening up the pots of food, but since Robin Williams, since Peter Pan can't imagine, to him all of the food is empty and there's nothing in any of the pots of food. And then finally, like halfway through the movie, he finally like starts using his imagination and he can see the food. And they had like this like multicolored like chocolate cream pie. Oh my god, I've always wanted to try it. It looks so fucking good. And if some company made like a Peter Pan fucking pie of some kind that was like from that movie, I would buy it. I would buy it at least just to try it. And if it was good, I would buy it again. But how the fuck are you fucks doing today? Are you gonna sit here and not talk all night again? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in a mood today.
Yeah, so am I.
What's your mood?
Bad.
I'm just fucking sick and tired of everything anymore.
What happened?
I just can't relation of everything anymore. Just my fucking health, just being the way it is anymore. And just not even being able to sleep properly for more than a couple hours at a time because of just my leg issues, my kneecap issues. And the point that I'm now taking hardcore narcotics just to sleep for a couple hours at a time, it's too much anymore, man.
Well, you got to figure out a way to not have to use narcotics, dude. Like those are bad for you.
Yeah, I know they are.
But I mean, if it's the only way you can sleep for now, like it kind of makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. Mr. Lawfully Armed, gun counter midwit.
Yep. Smile and nod, gentlemen. Smile and nod.
I mean, no, I refuse to just smile and nod. In fact, I've like made it a kind of a thing to say the things. So like if there's an elephant in the room, you introduce it, right? If there's the thing that's obvious to say and no one's saying it, I fucking say it. I don't care about the fucking consequences anymore. We're only on this planet for so fucking long, bro. You know? Finite amount of time, not that very much. I'm already 43 years old. I'll be 44 this year. My mom died when she was 50. I was talking to my son about this earlier today, just a little bit ago at the fucking grocery store. That's 6 fucking years away, guys. Life is fucking short. Stop pounding your head against the wall. Stop fucking doing things that stress you out. Have some fun in your life. Do some things that are important. Do some things that matter. Do some things that make you happy. Identify the people in your life who are important and make sure that you take care of them, you know? Because those are the important things in life. It's not how much money you have or how big the house is or how nice your car is or how much you have in your bank account or what your job title is or how hot your girlfriend is or whatever the fuck it is, dude. It's about being happy and leaving a positive imprint on this world. Because again, like it or not, I mean, unless we can like download our fucking consciousness into a computer at some point that allows us to live for like hundreds or thousands of years or whatever it is until the fucking the update kills our brain or whatever, you know. But as far as I know, that's not real yet. And certainly if you download your brain into the computer, it's not like your consciousness goes with it, I think. Like, you would just kind of stay in your brain and then be like, oh, I guess there's a copy of me out there somewhere. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We got some late stragglers coming in. Mr. Muffin Top.
Show a
How
muffin.
you doing?
Can't. I'm too ugly.
What the fuck?
Ready for this?
Ready for what?
I probably have to fucking go back. Hang on.
Hey, you're live.
He was holding a toy there. That was totally a toy in his hand.
Yep. Water pistol.
Yeah.
Thank you, YouTube.
Way to go. What's up, Lead on Steel?
Airsoft.
Whoops.
What's up, fellas?
Forgot. Fucking YouTube.
Megatron.
What'd you say, Mr. Steel?
I said, what's up, fellas?
Oh, nothing, man. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just burning the hell up.
Oh, yeah, it's super hot there. It's actually it's been cool here for the past 2 days. It's been over 100 for like a week fucking straight, dude.
Heat index got up to about 116 today.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Yep.
And it was so hot the other day, I worked outside with my friend for like 5 hours that I finally got home from that. And I was just so dehydrated and stuff that I felt like shit for the past 2 days. And I just now finally feel okay for the first time in like, I mean, since Sunday anyway. So that's fun. Yay.
Yeah, we've been keeping the doors shut tight at the shop.
Ohio, the weed gummies don't help you sleep.
No, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the only thing.
Yeah, no, I was listening while I was turning off the water.
The problem is that the dickhead Republicans in the state decided with their fucking infinite wisdom that, oh, those should be considered marijuana now and only sold at weed shops instead of fucking vape shops around the state. So they're basically trying to create a list for people that potentially be gun owners too at this point and fuck over their gun rights would be my guess.
Oh, Corey's here.
Corey poop. Corey poop poop poop. Corey poop. Corey poop 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 poop.
What's up, Corey?
I forgot that song even existed. Holy shit, that's awesome. That's a throwback. I forgot about that. That's great. You put a smile on my face, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, last time I played it, you were all mad at me.
Life's too short.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't know if you were listening to me a minute ago, but I mean, shit, bro. Like, even if we last as long as humans last, it's not that long, you know? Like, if you're like 100 years when you die, or like 107, or what like the oldest people are when they die these days, that's still not that long in the grand scheme of things, in the history of the world and the history of humanity. I mean, humans have been on the planet for like 250,000 years, give or take, 250,000 years. You know, even if you live for 100, that's 1/2500th of the total time. Anyway.
I'm loving the fucking comments after you playing that video.
My son's dropping stuff out there. He's making a bunch of noise. It's all good. Bigfoot ginger poop. He didn't even have to drop his pants. What the fuck are you talking about, Welper?
He's probably talking about all the AI Bigfoot videos out there now, which those things are hilarious, by the way.
I don't know, man. Those Bigfoot videos and like the George Washington video of him like crossing the Delaware and being like, "What's up, fam? We're gonna cross the Delaware right now." And it's like, God damn it, dude! I can't watch that shit. Every time it pops up in my feed, I instantly skip it because I don't want to fucking have my brain melt with that fucking bullshit too. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like bad enough. Like, dude, YouTube Shorts suck me in. I don't know if this happens to you guys.
They do.
But like you watch one, you're like, oh, that was really cool, and then you like watch another one that wasn't nearly. It's like a fucking dopamine hit, you know, the one that you like. So then you got to watch like 50 of them to get another one that you like, and then it's addictive as fuck, bro. You sit there for like 3 fucking hours. Like I could watch like a whole huge ass podcast and glean a bunch of new knowledge about something that I learned about, or I could just sit there and mindlessly scroll through fucking YouTube Shorts for 3 hours.
I actually did that earlier.
What's up?
I said I actually did that earlier.
Yeah, I did it this morning, bro. Like I was gonna do a bunch of stuff, and like I was kind of feeling like shit still this morning, so I just started watching YouTube, and then I got sucked into the shorts, and then yeah, it was literally about 3 fucking hours. I'm like, what am I doing? And then you start getting annoyed. You know, the thing that annoys me about those things too, honestly, is they'll take like clips from a movie or a TV show or something that. Like the guy who has the YouTube channel had nothing to do with producing whatsoever, right? And then they'll put like this, like, God, like this fucking sad music, like a piano playing softly in the background, and the sound of the piano playing in the background has gotten to the point where, like, if I hear that music, I don't care if it's something that I would like to watch. I am skipping that motherfucking fuck because I'm just so sick of hearing that. Like, and it's always some like, oh, here's a white actor who's pretending to be racist against a black guy while they have this like soft piano music playing in the background about how sad it's like sad piano music playing in the background while this black guy gets fucked over by a white guy. See, it happens all the time, everybody. But the fucking thing is, it's like the only fucking time this shit happens, it seems like these days, is when you're fucking acting. It only happens in Hollywood. It only happens on these YouTube shorts that are fake ass shit. And it like highlights how bad the fucking acting is. Like even like, dude, it was Robert De Niro. He was playing some fucking part, and it was just like, God, I never realized how bad of an actor Robert De Niro actually is. Like, he's a really, really, really terrible actor because all he can do is be like, hey, I'm an Italian. What the fuck, you gonna fuck with me? I'm gonna fuck with you back. I'm Italian. Like, fuck you, dude. You are the worst fucking actor. No one talks like that. And if they did, they would get fucking punched in the fucking mouth. Anyway, sorry, I'm on one tonight.
Yeah, we could.
Wish I could get sucked in the shorts.
Nice.
Oh, kinky sphincter, you.
The thing that pisses me off, like you said, a lot of people that will take a clip from a movie or TV show or whatever it is, they'll never actually credit what the series was or what the movie was.
Yeah, you have to scroll through the fucking comments constantly just to figure out what the fuck it was.
Because it farms their engagement.
Yeah, and that's it. Like another thing that they'll do is they'll have like an annoying ass cliffhanger so that you like watch it again, or they'll have like some little part of it that like you like build up for the entire like 60-second video for like that last little bit at the end, and they cut it off halfway through so you can't even see what it was. So then you have to watch the entire fucking video again. So you hear that last little second, and then you have to pay attention extra because you know it's about to end, and then when it does end, you didn't hear it again, so you have to watch it a third time.
Yes.
Anyway, YouTube shorts are now 3 minutes long, says Eduardo. Yeah, you can make them longer. I don't know why you would want to, but
they just copied TikTok's algorithm. So.
Yeah.
I swear it's making everyone dumber. Like I personally feel much stupider after 3 hours of watching YouTube shorts than I do before.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I couldn't
Especially
make it
depending on what you
3 hours
see.
through shorts.
It's meant to lower your attention span so you forget stuff quicker.
Right. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, if you watch a bunch of YouTube shorts and then you watch like a normal, longer format video, I keep wanting to I have the impulse to skip it to the next thing. This is going nowhere. I want to hear the next thing. And then you skip the video. You're like, oh, wait a minute. I was actually watching that. And you have to go back.
My employees can't stand that shit. I got a big TV in the shop, and that's all I have is long podcast playing all day on it.
I mean, if you're at work, that's what you would want at work, I would think, so that you wouldn't have to constantly have to touch the screen again or move the mouse again to get to the next video because it only plays for 30 seconds, So that way you're literally glued to your fucking screen, and every 30 fucking seconds you got to go to the fucking screen again. Otherwise, you're listening to the same thing 15 fucking times in a row. And by the way, Snuffleupagus, I'm fucking sick of you, dude. You're fucking banned, bro. Goodbye forever. I don't know why. I'm just fucking sick of your bullshit. You're just a fucking faggot. You're just a piece of shit faggot who just comes in here to be a fucking troll, but your trolls aren't even funny, and you're dumb, and your fucking avatar's stupid, and your wife's probably a whore.
Big whore.
Like he has a wife.
Not even a hot one, like a gross whore.
And Duke's here for the
Dukey baby
timing ever.
What's up?
Your wife's a whore. Hello, Duke.
Hello. What are we doing?
Oh my God! Oh wait,
we were gonna ask you about that guy you ran over.
Wait
Sunday.
for it.
Nice.
I'm in a mood tonight. I'm sorry, Duke. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, everything going good?
Oh yeah, man. Everything's great, man. Things are good. I won a gun this weekend.
You won
Nice.
a gun?
Congratulations.
Yeah. I
Was
won
it the AR-15 off a guy's dead body?
I won a
22?
Henry 22 lever action.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Those are fun guns. Those little 20.
Yeah.
That's a really fun gun to shoot, especially for little Duke, man. He'll love that shit when he's a little bit older.
Yeah. So he shoots the 10-22 right now, but I want to get this. It'll be fun to have it, and I got to work through the FFL from the organization or whatever. They're gonna send it up here, and I got to pick it up at FFL. But I'm excited, and I bought a raffle ticket a year ago, and text the guy that day hey, is there a link to the raffle, a Facebook link or something I can watch the raffle? He's like, no, I'll just text you if you win. And then I'm sitting on the couch with my son that night watching the World War II documentary, and he texts me, he's like, you won, you bastard. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Dude, a little kid with a 10-22 makes me a little bit nervous versus a little kid with a semi or bolt action or lever action or not semi-auto gun would make me less nervous.
Yeah.
Because I know when I took the kids shooting when they were little, I had a 10-22 that we brought with, and at one point the youngest son, I was giving them turns to shoot, and he shot 3 bullets and got the pop can on the third one, and then was super excited and happy that he shot the third one and turned with a big smile on his face to be like, yeah, I hit it.
Yep.
And flagged everybody who was.
Yep. Yeah.
Bro.
I fill it with 5 rounds. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, here, face this way, use the sandbag, keep it down range, But he just fell in love with it. My wife's a really big a fan of 22s, so we'll have a good time with it. So,
how many 22s do you guys own? So I've got 1, 2, 3 handguns and a rifle. So I guess I have 4.
Nice try, ATF agent. They're all at the bottom of a lake.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if the ATF starts showing up to confiscate 22s, we're so far down the fucking river.
We have lost. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's okay to talk about your 22s.
6 or 7. I can't count them on my mind.
You really? Wow.
Damn, that's a lot.
I only got 3 right
Well,
now.
I inherited half of them.
I still want to get 22 pump action because that was the first gun I ever shot. It was my buddy's dad's like 1917 whatever 22 pump action, and that thing was a whole lot of fucking fun.
Wasn't that what you were looking for in Tulsa a few years back when we were all there?
Yeah,
that Rossi?
But they were, dude, they were like all from Israel. The people who were selling the guns, because they were charging so much money for the guns that they're Israeli. Never mind, that was a bad joke. Yeah, like that fucking gun show sucked though. Because like I just think it was the timing of it, because everyone was getting that the fucking I'm not working right now paychecks from the government, and still at that point a lot of people were getting that. And so there was a lot of people who were like heavy with cash at that point of time who went to a gun show, and the gun vendors were like, oh, everyone has a lot of money? Cool. We can raise the prices on everything by like 40% or something. I don't even know. Like, dude, like the SKS is there, for instance, like an SKS, if you go to classic firearms, I think they go for $500 or $600 now is what they go for. And they're like not bad. You look, they're the Chinese ones, but a little bit of work, a little bit of grease, a little bit of refinishing the stock. They're pretty good. The cheapest one that I saw at that gun show at the time was $1,100, and it had like a zombie green painted stock and was missing the fucking bayonet, and it was just like, bro. And they had Mosins. I think the cheapest Mosin I saw was like $600. I'm like, dude. Jeez. Yeah, like everything is just like Jew you over for fucking gun money. I don't know. Sucked. So I didn't buy very much, but I definitely spent more money than I should have there. That's for sure.
We all did.
Quad barrel 22 shotty. I don't know. Maybe, I guess. So what's going on, boys? Duke won a gun. Anyone else doing Second Amendment things? This is a Second Amendment chat, by the way.
Yeah. At a state level today, Ohio Republicans finally introduced legislation to make Second Amendment Preservation Act reality, which is something I've been fighting for since 2019. So
that's cool.
Well, my neighbors up in North Carolina, they had their constitutional carry vetoed today. So
no more constitutional carry in North Carolina.
Well, no, they were trying to pass it, and it passed the Senate and the House, and the governor vetoed it.
Wow.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yep.
Is he Democrat or Republican? I bet he's probably Democrat, huh?
Yeah, scumbag Stein definitely cheated that way.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, and they were on track to be
still
the
not as bad as
30th.
Colorado. Like, you guys are trying to go the other way with it, and they vetoed it, which sucks. But like Colorado's like, hey, how much can we infringe on your bullshit rights? How much of your rights can we take away? And like, I have faith that at some point this shit's going to be overturned by some kind of court or whatever, because it's unconstitutional. Like, specifically, the Second Amendment doesn't guarantee your right to bear arms. What it does is limit the government's ability to stop you from bearing arms. So seems to me that they're kind of infringing, and that it's only a matter of time till a lawsuit is fucking well written enough to win. And it sucks how like that's how things have to work in this country now. You just have to sue. It's like very litigious the way things work. You can't just fucking go through life. You have to sue someone to get your fucking rights. You have to sue someone.
Right.
So you're not like left fucked over by a car accident or a workman's compensation type thing.
Here.
I don't know, man. I wish I'd learned this earlier in life, because like I had a work-related injury at a construction company that I worked at. I blew out my ACL. They gave me the drug test. I passed. I went to the doctor. I did all the things. They paid for everything, which is what they're supposed to do. But then they're also supposed to leave to give you some money for pain and suffering / like loss of mobility, or you're like percentage
Quality of life,
basically, right? So I'm like considered to be like 15% disabled or something by their math at the time. And because of that, you're 15% disabled, you're at a young age, you could argue with a lawyer that equals a whole fuck ton of money, that you should be paid for that, because you're losing your ability to make money over your lifetime. It's not like a 70-year-old gets hurt less of an argument. 22-year-old gets hurt, much more of an argument, right? So they gave me, I think it was like $4,000 at the time to sign some papers. It was like, here's $4,000 to sign these papers that basically say you can't sue us anymore. And I was like, okay. And I signed it. But I really wish that I got a lawyer like the day before that.
If it makes you feel any better, I was 100% disabled and I had to turn it down so I could continue to work because I could not get a job. And I got $25,000 over the course of 2 years, which in 2 years is literally like fucking negative income, right?
Yeah, that's nothing, dude.
Yeah, so I went from working 80, 90-hour weeks, fucking raking in goddamn overtime, one of the best HVAC techs in Nebraska, to getting totally railroaded by work comp.
Yeah, dealing with workman's comp is a bitch, dude. Like, you do everything right. You jump through all the, at least this is my experience, right? I jumped through all of the hoops. I like, if there was a thing that I had to show up for, I did. And then at work, I would get treated like shit because it'd be like, okay, it's Tuesday. I have to leave at 2:00 to go to my fucking rehabilitation fucking session or whatever. That takes an hour and a half, and they schedule it specifically while you're at work because they pay you while you do it, which was kind of cool. But the manager in charge of me just fucking hated me. And the other thing was, like, he couldn't fire me because like it looks really bad when you fire someone who's on workman's comp, like dealing with a fucking injury. So
Yep.
yeah,
And
bro.
the whole process of paperwork and all that other shit is beyond fucking stressful.
Yep.
I don't know. Thankfully, I've only had to deal with it once. And
My
it
old
was-
lady's going through that right now, and it's just fucking. It's almost a nightmare now because they design it in a way to where you have to bend over backwards, hold your fucking mouth just right, you know, just to get shit to work and to get it to go through. It's retarded.
Don't worry, you'll still get fucked in the end. They're really good at it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, they're good at protecting the businesses. Like, the government is really, really good at making sure that these businesses can continue to operate in a way that is profitable for them. And, like, I don't know if you know this, but like when you hire someone, like let's say you're paying someone $15 an hour, you basically have to pay a little, you know, like $20 an hour ish for insurance for them. Because having an employee, you have to have like the like workman's compensation and what is it? Unemployment insurance, right? So between those two things, and then if you have any other insurance needs, like as your specific company goes, it can be really expensive to hire someone. Like you're just paying them $15 an hour or whatever, but it's costing you like 50, you know? It's insane how things work.
That's why they charge $10,000 for the job you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, everything costs so much, and everything's going to cost more because that's the way it works, and we have to do it that way. It's like, who's going to be able to afford a house? Who's going to be able to afford a car, for that matter? And especially when you get all these AI programs taking fucking clerical jobs and stuff like that, and phone answering jobs and shit like that. And then you get like self-driving cars and trucks that take away like the Ubers and the fucking truck drivers of the world. Like, that's so many jobs here in America. We don't produce shit. We produce dollar bills and send them overseas.
Mm-hmm.
It's a service-based economy, and there's a large proportion of people who work in those jobs that are going to be automated and continue to be automated, including the fast food industry, including services, including clerical jobs, including answering phones. That's all going to go away. And what happens when you have mass amounts of people who are now unable to work? Because now, right now we have the unwilling. Right now it's the unwilling mostly. If you want a job, you'll find it. But what happens when you can't find a job? What happens when you do want to work and you're trying to work but you can't? I understand, you know, there's wages, yeah, all that problem. But there's going to be a time when there's a large amount of people who cannot find a job because there are no jobs available.
Yeah.
That's going to be that's my concern.
I mean, there's already places in the country that are like that. You know, there's like small town USA that used, like, you know, you go back 25 years, was a thriving little town that was, you know, like there were jobs and there were things to do. And then you fast forward to today, and like 8 out of 10 businesses are closed down in the town, and you know the 2 that are left are like struggling and barely getting by, and like I don't even know how people are still living there. You know, it's like how are housing prices so high? Oh, it's because you allowed China and BlackRock to buy up houses. So really, there should be a fucking housing market crash. But you guys bought so many houses and sold so many to fucking foreign nationals that you propped up the fucking the housing market to the point where people can't even get into it these days. But that's a whole nother fucking deal.
I don't know if you guys were watching that video from, I believe it was Salazar is her last name. She's a congresswoman this afternoon, where she was bitching about the illegals being deported because they're being deported out of hotel worker jobs and stuff like that. That's what it was, and like basically bitching and moaning about like we need these people for these things, and it's like, so you're admitting you're fucking over Americans' wages?
Well, I mean, the argument there, and I think I understand it, is that, and let me get the super chat real quick. Hold on. Test, check out my chat. I'm from North Carolina. Calhoun's chat is at here. E. Honda, the Republican House Speaker, pushed the bill this year after killing the same bill last year when we had the votes to override the veto. They never intended for the bill to pass. So they were just doing it for the Republicans in the state to fucking
get reelected, probably.
Yeah. Shit, what was I just saying? Fuck.
We were talking about illegals and job market.
Okay, so their argument is, and it is a decent argument, and I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's basically advocating for slavery. Is that if you don't allow these people to come in and work these jobs for the price that they do, then the price of the goods that they produce and the price of staying at a hotel and the price of eating out is going to be so astronomically high because you have to pay people living wages. You have to pay them an amount of money that they can actually fucking agree to work for, that your apples are going to be like making an apple pie is going to be like a luxury item, you know? And I get that. But the real problem is that if you go back to like 1985, the cost of housing was cheap. The cost of like going to the doctor was relatively cheap. You know, like the cost of food, you go to the grocery store, was pretty fucking cheap. You know, you fill up your grocery cart for cheap. You fast forward to today, all of those things are really expensive. In 1985, a TV was expensive. In 1985, electronics were expensive. In 1985, used like cars were more expensive relatively because, you know, they just didn't have as many used cars in the market that were good. And, you know, like I mean, you could make an argument for cars because new cars get fucking ridiculously expensive, but you can find cheap cars if you need a cheap car still, right?
Yeah.
All of those things in 1985 were considered like luxury items, like a second car or a TV or I don't know, like a Atari system or something. Were like luxury items that cost a fair amount of money. Now all those things are cheap. Like a fucking 50-inch TV screen is like $200. You know, like they didn't even make 50-inch screens back then. Like if you got like a 32, it was like, oh my god, like look at Mr. Baller over here, and it was like, I don't know, $1,000 in 1985 money to get a 32-inch screen.
Right.
When rent was like $200, you know, like.
And look exactly what it did. It made a lazier society because you can't go out and go out to dinner every night like you used to, or go out on the weekends. What do people do now? They sit on their ass and watch Netflix. So they're easier to control.
Yeah, which also killed the fucking movie industry and killed the movie theaters. Like no one goes out to them anymore, and when you do, it costs more money and blah blah blah. You know, the concessions are goddamn super expensive because they have to keep the lights on with not as many people going out, so they charge more, right? So there's that part of it. And I kind of like this part of it is what it's doing to Hollywood, because like all the fucking actors are freaking out and getting pissed off, and they're all these super entitled, like, we set the tone for how the world's going and you will listen to us because we're the better of you. And now you're like starving and fucking like, ha, bitch, you got what you deserve. But that's going on too, you know. I don't know, man. Like, people don't go out like they used to. Like the mall. I remember going to the mall when I was a kid because that's what you did. You would go to the mall to hang out. You would go to the mall to meet girls. You would go to the mall just to, like, be there, play some video games, or check out what's at Hot Topic or something, you know?
Were you checking out the merchandise or the employees?
Both. It was both.
When's the last time you went to the mall?
Well, the mall that's about 10 minutes from my apartment was literally torn to the ground a couple of years ago and is now a mire.
Like February.
I go to the mall occasionally.
I have not been to the mall in so long that I can't remember the last time I went to the mall.
Closest mall to me is an hour away, so I don't even go.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
ours is like you go to Best Buy in the mall or you go to Walmart. Take your pick.
Like when I was a kid, there was a new mall that was built called Park Meadows, and it was like, oh my god, Park Meadows, and it was like this really cool place that you could go to, and everything was brand fucking new and shiny and clean and nice. And I swear, if you go there now, it'd be like 2 out of 3 shops are closed, and you know it's like vagrants hanging out and fucking who fucking knows, bro.
Eduardo's got it.
I'm scared of crowded areas now. Can I just say that the odds of anything happening are so low that you being scared of it does not make actual sense, you know? And especially if you are a person who carries a handgun with you on a regular basis, being scared of a mass crowd, a big crowd, doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
Did you see the thing that came out the other day about that France Music Festival? Where there was like 150 people shot with syringes.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro. What would you do in that case? Like, people are just like walking around stabbing people with needles? Wouldn't you beat the fuck out of the person who did it to you?
Yes.
Like, I will die before I let you fucking get away. I'm going to pound your face into the pavement, and I'm going to hold you there, a bloody fucking pile of sludge on the pavement, until a fucking cop pulls me off of you and takes you to prison. And probably me too, because I probably took it too far. But as far as I know, you just gave me AIDS, so I'm going to fucking kill you.
Well,
I mean, what else could you be stabbing people with needles?
Yeah, from my understanding, at least
good.
6 or 7 of the girls got sick from it almost immediately, so it could be some kind of bioterrorism.
Well, that could also be a placebo effect. If someone like stabs you with a needle and you're like, what happened to me? And your body starts freaking out because, you know, but who knows? I don't fucking know. Knife attack you. Yeah, plus there was that thing in Michigan. The fucking dude ran into the church with a fucking truck and then pulled out a gun and started shooting. And there was people who fucking, I don't know what happened to him, but they stopped him.
He got dropped by the security team at the church.
Yeah, the story goes that he was trying to walk into the church with an AR and a handgun and got literally hit by a vehicle by one of the parishioners, and then still managed to get in the church and then got smoked by 2 of the other parishioners.
Which is why your church should have a security team and you should be part of it.
Yeah, dude.
And an F-150.
I would not mind being part of a church security team. Like, that seems like it would be a good use of my Sunday mornings. I would be okay
You
with
got to
it.
go to church.
I've been to church before. You guys hate church? Is that what you're saying?
No, I like church.
Is that what
I
you're
haven't
saying,
found it.
lawfully? You're
I'm
anti-church?
saying, no, I'm saying attending church predicates being on the church security team.
I'm always so like, I don't know. You guys go to church ever and you're just like, what the fuck?
I haven't found a church that goes with my beliefs, so I know what you're saying.
I used to go as a kid, and then as an adult, it was more like holidays. And now that my mom is gone, it's basically never.
So I have 2 experiences with church. It's the Catholic experience, where it's like
God.
everything's in Latin and you're supposed to repeat after the person, or no, wait, now they're saying it at the same time as them, Oh wait, now they're not repeating after them. Oh, they're standing now. Oh, they're sitting. They're kneeling. Like, what is going on? I'm always a step behind everybody. It's like doing a square dance, and you're not fucking sure what the next move is, right? And then the other version of church that I've been to, and I really don't like this kind of church, where it's like going to a concert, bro, and there's a band on the stage, and they're playing fucking guitar and drums, and they're fucking rocking out, man, because Jesus, and they're fucking playing this music. And the other thing is, it's the most repetitive, like, rock and roll I've ever heard in my entire life. They'll be like, Jesus really loves me, and I'm with him. And then they'll sing that fucking same verse 17 times in a row until I want to fucking shoot myself and fucking do it in front of everybody so they stop singing, you know? Like, not literally, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, ugh.
That's how they got Chris. Not Chris. Never mind.
Well, and then, so, like, you make it through the 45 minutes of Christian rock so that they can finally get to the sermon. And then, like, I'm looking for fire and brimstone and, like, tell me the fucking story of Jesus getting fucking whipped and all the things that fucking happen and Pilate being a bitch and all this shit, dude. I want to know about it. I want to hear all this stuff. And you're like, well, I don't even know, dude. Like they'll do some micro lesson about something that doesn't really matter or has no fucking bearing in my life. And you're like, I'll go to church when I'm really dealing with something, you know, and I'm like really looking for an answer. And they give the fluffiest fluff hand job of fucking fluffiness that has ever happened because it's like a milquetoast fucking like non-offensive version of Christianity that everyone can get down with. Like, fuck that shit. I want fire and brimstone. I want fucking Judas. I want fucking goddamn Moses saving people on, like, saving his family on a boat while everyone else fucking drowns. I want the fucking, like, the Passover and the fucking lamb fucking blood on the fucking door, fucking killing people who aren't down with Jesus and down with God. Like, I want all that shit, bro.
Yeah, I want the good Jesus, damn it.
Yeah, most of them are too concerned about their little praise band. I don't give a fuck about your little band. I want to hear the word.
Right. That was actually Noah, not Moses on the boat.
Moses was on the boat, bro.
No,
Yeah,
Noah
Moses
made the boat.
It was
Moses
Noah, you're right.
was parting the sea.
Shut up, I was ranting. Sometimes I get things backwards.
No, it's all good.
I'm a little
I just letting you rant. I was over here agreeing with you to an extent. I mean, I agree. It's not all the same.
I want to go in and hear like a sermon about fucking Israel and what's going on in the Middle East and like what the Bible says about the end times and what's going to happen next. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of sermon I want. I want the fucking shit that gets you fired up about Jesus, right? Fucking the Bible, you know, like religion.
You ever been to a Pentecostal church?
Maybe that's the answer. No, I haven't.
I was actually raised in a Pentecostal church and baptized in one too as an adult. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it's just a question. What are you talking about?
Yeah, lawfully armed likes to type it and not say things, but speaking in tongues, that's something that turns me off with that.
What about handling snakes? That's
I like the ones that do the snakes. That's the best.
Or, dude, this one also gets me. Like when they're playing the music, like in the Christian rock fucking version of Christianity, you know. Mm-hmm. Where the people they have their eyes closed and their hands up in the air and like they're feeling the spirit, and I'm just like,
man, they're just doing that to say they went to fucking church.
Yeah, I think part of it's performative. Part of it's like they want the people around them to be like, oh, she feels the spirit much more than me, so I'm jealous of her spirit feeling. Jesus is groping her right now.
It is hard to find a good church. I will admit that. I've been trying to find one for years now, and there's one I'm about to check out tomorrow and Sunday. It's a non-denominational one nearby.
Yeah, that's going to be the Christian rock kind. That's what they always call them, is non-denominational Christian church. Do you want to churches?
They said they lean more Pentecostal. They just go by non-denominational. I don't know why.
I don't know. I should check out some different kinds of church around me until I find one that fucking seems like they're giving the messages that I want to hear. Because again, most of it's just fucking bullshit fluff.
Try a Lutheran church. Make sure it's not a gay Lutheran church, but I came up in a Lutheran church. It's pretty good.
That's what's happening.
Make sure it's not a church that was turned into a mosque.
Let's see.
Are you guys worried about a terrorist attack from Iran in our country because there's so many Iranians in our country who were led over the border during the Biden administration?
I'm a little weary of July 4th coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, week from Friday.
Let's ask Rock. How many Iranians live in the USA?
Oh, he ain't
If you go to church, it seems like these days you need to go strapped. I mean, just take a look at what happened in Michigan the other day. Or the bad guy got shot over and ran. Or shot over and ran over and shot. Fuck. My dyslexia.
He was white.
Whitewashed.
He was white guy. And he became a grease stain.
Mm-hmm.
The number could be between 500,000 and 2 million people.
I believe it.
That seems like a pretty big number regardless. I mean, the Day of Wrath has said it, Duke said it. 2 to 4 guys each state is all you need.
Like, let's say it's the low end, 500,000. And let's say 1% of them are fired up enough about it to actually do anything. That would mean that there are 5,000 people. That's 100 people per state, on average, who are here in the country right now, willing to fucking do something. On the high end, you're talking 5% and 2 million. So that would be more like 100,000 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's not good.
I don't know if it might be up your alley, but you should check out the type of church that everyone's favorite, and us older people are going to remember who she is, but Tammy Faye Baker. Oh, I cannot stand that woman, her or her husband.
Oh, the other type of church that I've seen, and I've never been to one of these, but I've definitely, like, you want some church in your life, but you're not going out of the house, so I'm going to get some TV church. You ever see the TV churching?
Yeah, my grandma, she was big into the TV church, and she liked, what was that big? He's like known all over. I forget.
Joel Osteen Megachurch.
There you go. That guy. I cannot stand Joel Osteen. But my grandma loved him.
Like, that guy looks so fucking fake, and like, oh, I had to buy the jet.
He is.
Such a good deal. You don't even understand how they were basically giving it to me. What should I say? No? Like, yeah, you should probably not buy a jet. That looks pretty bad. You know?
Yeah, prosperity church. All you gotta do is pray, and you'll be a millionaire.
Right. Oh, just seed us $3,000 today, and you'll see that Jesus is going to give you a tenfold bonus in your future. That's right. Give us $3,000 today, and you're going to see $30,000 in the next few months. Give us $10,000 a day, and it's going to be $100,000. The more you give to us today, the more you're going to get in the future.
Won't be in the near future, but it will be in the future.
Well, the other thing is, like, give money to us today, and we will pray that you're going to get healed. And just, we got to know that you're hurting and whatever. We're going to pray for you. We're going to heal you. Jesus is going to come into your life, but you got to give us that $1,000 seed right now to show that you have the faith that Jesus can heal you. So just give us that $1,000. It's like, Jesus Christ, bro.
I tell you what, there's a show called Righteous Gemstones. They break that kind of church down perfect.
Yeah.
They show everybody sending in their donations. They chunk the donation or the envelope to the side and take the money.
That's all it is.
I feel like these people are the ones who really don't believe in the religion. They're just using it as a means to get rich. Because if they did believe in Christianity, then they would have, I would think, some fucking feelings of possible retribution from God upon dying, that they would burn in hell forever for fucking getting rich off of the word of God.
Well, God does say that, depart away from me, because I don't know you, because you, instead of preaching the world to help the world, or preach the word to help the world, you're doing it for your own worldly gains, and he's not about that. So those type of people will probably go down instead.
Yeah, it's all false prophets.
Yeah, anyway, man. So definitely watch out if you go to church, though. Bring a gun with you, because it seems like if you were a Muslim and you were trying to get revenge for whatever, or you're on your fucking jihad, that they might just target a fucking church.
Yeah,
Not to
they're
mention
soft
the mentally
target.
ill left-wing fucking people who are like, right-wing Christian nationalism is destroying this country, so therefore it's okay to go to a church and kill children, or whatever the fuck they believe, you know?
Yeah.
Anywho, what else is going on in the world of the Second Amendment?
Well, not quite Second Amendment related, but New York City is about to have probably a Muslim mayor.
Yeah, I saw him talking though, and as long as he keeps the Muslim out of the mayor, I'm okay with him. He seemed more down to earth than the other people who were on the stage talking.
Well, he's an outright socialist who wants to create state-run grocery stores in New York City.
Well, great, dude. Fucking let New York City and New York itself fucking implode and turn into the first episode of Snake Plissken's series of movies, and everyone can escape from New York, which Duke would say is the better movie. Because L.A. would be next, wouldn't it?
Yep. Well, actually, technically, Cleveland will be next, and then LA.
If they won't eat a bacon cheeseburger, I'm not voting for them.
Escape from Cleveland?
Yeah, they talked about it on Escape from LA.
To conquer a nation, first disarm its citizens. Joe Biden calls for gun ban. Ideas are more powerful than guns. We would not let our enemies have gun. I didn't read that in time. Advocates for gun control. Mass murderers agree gun control works. It's true, it does. Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15. The experts agree gun control works. Who do we have here? Hitler, Castro, Stalin, Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong. That's how you say his name? Muammar Gaddafi. Dude, that guy fucking... The way Gaddafi died was fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Idi Amin, Pol Pot, and Kim Jong-il. Or Kim Jong the Second, I guess.
Ill.
Yeah. Yeah, the Khmer Rouge was fucking crazy.
Who's clicking on things? I can hear you. I can hear your clicking. You're playing video games, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You didn't think we would catch you, but we caught you.
But I still love you, so I'm in the chat too.
Cory Booker says gun control plan is not for his policy. Wait, what did that say? God damn it. It's going too fast. I can't read it in time. Cory Booker says his gun control plan is not about policy. It's personal. Oh,
That was back in 2020.
Yeah, Executive Order 9066, the internment of all Japanese Americans.
Mm-hmm.
You think they should do an Executive Order 9067, the internment of all American Iranians?
I think they should do all of Islam at this point, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's time for another fucking crusade, bro. But Christianity's not strong enough anymore. So...
Well,
can't be a
one could,
Christian crusade. It's just got to be like somehow anti-Muslim. Like
one could argue the Crusades never ended, and what we're seeing right now with every modern day Islamic terrorist attack is just modern day Crusades.
One could argue that the Crusades were never righteous. It was just a way to keep Europe from having internal conflict.
I would say the first crusade was probably the closest thing to righteous, because it was only after like 600 years of being attacked by Muslims in different parts of Europe, and after they took over like 3/4 of Spain and were starting to encroach into other countries, and they realized like, hey, like us as Germany, for instance, do not have enough soldiers, do not have the power, do not have the ability to stand up against this horde of people and stop it. So instead of just being us, Germany, against the fucking world of Muslims, we're going to get all of the Christian countries together. And it was the first time that a pope united armies, which is kind of a weird fucking concept, but armies united under the Pope and kicked Muslims' asses all the way back to Jerusalem. And they took back the Holy Land. And I'm muting you, Muffin Top. It's getting on my nerves. I'm sorry. Yeah, they fucking won battles all, but it wasn't until there was like 400 years of fucking battles that were fought in European lands that were basically like the Muslims encroaching on, like unprovoked attacks into Europe, and they would take like 10,000 slaves at a time, and they would take like all of the white chicks back to the Middle East so that they could have them as sex slaves and kill all the men and take the children and fucking teach them how to be slaves from the age of like 4 and work them to death by the time they were teenagers. It's like, dude, they're the worst fucking people. They're the worst fucking people in the history of the world. I can't think of a group of people who are worse than the Muslims. Like they're responsible for more atrocities. They're always like, oh, I didn't know that we were gonna do that, and like it's like the secret fucking plan the whole fucking time to like do the thing, Like I'm not cool with it. It needs to be eradicated from this planet. It needs to, as an ideology, be destroyed until there's not a scrap, a shred, a trace of it left. And whether that's through education and fucking, reform, or through mass fucking retaliation murder. I don't fucking care either way, bro, as long as it gets done. But it's not going to. Let's be realistic.
Well, not with that attitude.
Well, fair enough. Oh, this was still going. We're not trying to take your guns. We just want to ban certain firearms, register the others, restrict magazine capacity, prohibit carrying guns. Then if you break these laws, we'll imprison you, and then we'll take your guns.
Mm-hmm.
Upon being elected, I will give the United States Congress 100 days to get their act together and have the courage to pass a reasonable gun safety laws. And if they fail to do it, then I will take executive action. Dude, think of the literal bullet we dodged.
Mm-hmm.
I always think she's drunk when she's speaking in public.
There's also talk going around now about Kamala trying to run for California governor next year.
Isn't it weird how Cuomo's running for mayor? He's like, I was the governor and everyone voted me out, but now I'm going to try to be the mayor again for some reason. Like, can the dude not get a job in the fucking regular fucking market? He's just got to be a fucking politician.
None of them will actually even try. They'll always just try to be in politics. That way they can get that government pension is what it is when they all retire.
Yeah, that should not be a thing. You should only get a government pension if you like went to war for the government. Like you're in the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Fucking bullshit ass shit. Based and crusade pilled. I like that. That's funny. Wait, what did fucking bitch ass fucking what's her name say? If Republicans disarm, all is well and good. If they refuse to disarm, we shall disarm them ourselves.
Good fucking luck, Pocahontas.
See, that's the thing. They're like, I am for gun control. I am an advocate for gun control because I want maximum safety for the people of the society. I don't want to see random people just dying from gun violence and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? But then you're like, okay, now you're in power. Cool. Do what I say or we're going to come to your house with guns and kill you.
And we all know it's
not
not
wanting people
about...
to die by guns. Well, if they're government guns, it doesn't count. So...
And we all know it's not about keeping the kids safe or stopping violence or this, that, and the other. It's simply that they want us enslaved again, and they know they can't do that when we're armed.
Well, that's the thing. Look at how many of these Democrats have admitted with all the illegals that they're basically creating a slave class.
Is the Iran war still going, or is it not?
Well, they call for a ceasefire.
Yeah, supposedly there's a ceasefire going on right now, but then I guess both sides have already kind of broken it.
Well, Trump was like, "Hey, Israel, ceasefire. You've got 12 hours. You got to stop firing rockets." And they were like, "Okay, 12 hours. How many rockets can we fire in 12 hours?" It's like,
Just
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
blast Iran. Jesus, you
Like,
get
that's
it
not
over
how you're
with.
supposed to do that. It's supposed to be like, "Oh, we're gonna ramp down now." They're like, "Okay, we got 12 hours to get fucking 10 years of war done."
Yeah, they ramp up for the extra 12 hours and they go in maximum overdrive.
That was a good movie, Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, that's one I haven't seen in years.
The only issue I have with that movie, because I watched it recently, is that it's not consistent. Because it's not only just the trucks that are taken over and like controlled or whatever, it's every machine supposed to be, but it's only plot convenient at certain points.
Well, plus the story was that Iran fucking was able to move a whole bunch of their plutonium or whatever, or uranium, before the sites got bombed.
Mm-hmm.
So the fear is like, okay, well, they're still in possession of a whole bunch of this fissile material that can be used to make either dirty bombs or further refined to make an actual nuke.
Yeah.
Well, they already said that the ones that got destroyed, they're already in the process of rebuilding and they're putting it in overdrive to get it built fast so they can get back to work.
I mean, here's the thing, though. From Iran's point of view, they look at someone like Kim Jong-un in North Korea and how bad of a fucking regime it is and how terrible they treat their people and how they like go around threatening other countries, and yet no one attacks them. No one goes into their country and actually does anything because the motherfuckers got a couple of nukes, right? So the idea is get a couple of nukes and then they'll treat us like North Korea. But the problem is, it's like, I don't trust the North Koreans that much, but I think I trust the North Koreans, honestly, more than I trust the Muslims. Like, fuck, bro. Because you know that there's going to be some shady, underhanded motherfucker who finds a way to like get things moved along and done. Puts the weapons in the hands of the right people in the right place or whatever, you know?
A true believer.
Yeah, I mean, and how many true believers are there in the Muslim community? Like 1 billion? Like so fucking many, bro?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be all of them technically?
Well, I mean, there's like the hardcore Muslims who believe in like every line, every verse, and live their life by it, and like want to kill the infidels and go on jihad and all that stuff. And then there's the ones who are like, yeah, I guess I'm Muslim or whatever, but they don't really do much with it. And sometimes I eat bacon.
They're the ones that have put a vest on, Corey. And those are the ones that wouldn't hesitate to launch a nuke.
Yeah, is it true?
We should just do like a bacon fucking. That's all you need to do to enter the country.
Bacon cheeseburger.
Is eat 5 strips of bacon.
Heck
Nope.
yeah.
Got to get the beef in there too.
Yeah, make sure they're not Indian.
I had this conversation with a couple people before. It should be a bacon cheeseburger over a flaming barrel where you already threw a Quran into, and then have a beer with it.
Ooh. A flaming bacon cheeseburger that has been cooked over the charbroiled remains of the Quran.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make me hungry or what?
I think every American in the country needs to have a couple of pigs, or at least just one. I remember there was a big story in Texas where this mosque or whatever was pissed off because their neighbor was a pig farmer, and they knew this coming in before they built their stupid shit. And then they started a big stink about pigs, and oh yeah, it didn't end pretty. I think they ended up throwing like pig feces on their porches and shit on the doors.
I thought they just took their spreader over there and like sprayed it against their shit.
Something like that.
I know this. Working in restaurants, sometimes you get tables of Muslim people. Sometimes the table of Muslim people orders something with bacon on it. And when that magical thing happens, I'm not like, oh, did you know that that is a pig product? Did you know that that's pork? Did you know that bacon means pork? I don't say that shit because you just ordered a bacon burger. If you don't know that that's pork,
You're stupid. I would only tell them after they ate it and enjoyed it and be like, oh, that was a damn good burger. And be like, yeah, you just ate pork, bitch. You're not going to get your 72 virgins now.
That's why those humanitarian rations are all vegetarian.
I don't know how this turned into the religion chat, but it did.
Well, in the past 40
it wasn't
minutes,
me this time, so don't blame me.
in the past
I just
40
went with
minutes,
the flow.
Cuomo has now conceded the Democrat primary to the socialist Muslim guy.
Oh, the one where Ocasio-Cortez was, in the streets with him. Yeah, fucking douche.
She wants to impeach Trump. He called her dumb.
That would be
bring
polite.
it, see what happens.
Yeah, I definitely think there should be a fucking bacon cheeseburger fucking entry for America. Like, what else could you put on it that would like disqualify people that you don't want? I don't know. I think that's it. Just bacon it, because like, okay, like if you're Jewish, did you know this? You can't have milk or cheese from a cow at the same time that you're eating the meat from a cow. That's not kosher.
Mm-hmm.
So just a cheeseburger would be not kosher. You don't even have to add bacon to it for the Jewish population, but it's weird. Actually, kind of makes sense. It's like fucked up. It's like, yeah, you can't fucking milk a cow and make cheese out of it, and then kill the cow and grill it up, and then put the cheese from the cow that you. It's like, yeah, that is kind of fucked up.
One of the stupidest ones I saw the other day, it was this woman talking about, I think it was the Sheba or whatever, and how they couldn't ride elevators. No, Sabbath, that's what it was. It was Sabbath. And they couldn't ride elevators in the Sabbath, I guess, unless a button was already pushed for a different floor. And she tries to jump on this elevator and get like to a different floor, but it's not going to go down because none of the things were pushed at the time.
Oh, elevator. I thought you said alligator.
No, elevator.
I was really confused. Like, who the fuck's riding an alligator?
Speaking about alligators, we are about to have alligator Alcatraz.
I saw that too. So, with you saying that while ago, Honda, about the cow, the cheese, and the milk and all of that, would that also kind of pertain to taking a chicken breast and then dipping it into a baby chicken and then frying it?
Yeah, like if you put like eggs on chicken, that wouldn't be kosher. Just like cheese on a burger, not kosher.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes sense. It's like kind of fucked up. Like, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to harvest your children before they're born and crack them open and fry them up and serve them on top of your dead meat and eat it. It's like, yeah, dude.
And I'm going to eat your little dog, too.
It's kind of fucked up, bro.
Fried chicken is metal.
Okay, so that's what you do. You add a piece of fried chicken to the top of it. So it's
you guys are making me hungry, you dicks.
A bacon cheeseburger with a piece of fried chicken on top.
Fried chicken.
Yeah. Keep it American.
That's good if it's done right.
How do you fuck up fried chicken?
Oh, trust me, there's people out there that have.
Oh,
and it's very sad and pathetic.
It's funny. That's like, I don't know. Like, I've definitely heard fried chicken before. But why don't you just call it fried chicken? You know?
Yeah, right.
That's true. I'll give you that.
It's
like
chicken
fried
using
steak.
This is a different dish.
Smothered stuff is chicken fried steak.
I do love a good chicken fried steak.
So the Hawaiian pizza is just pineapple?
It's Canadian by a Greek immigrant.
Dude, my mom used to make chicken fried steak with cube steak or whatever the fuck it was. I can't remember, but then she'd use that fucking big ass hammer and pound it out all flat, and dip it in the egg and salt and pepper and whatever else mixture, and then instead of using flour, she would take saltine crackers and like crunch them up until they were like, fairly crunched up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then you roll it in the fucking saltines and then fry it.
I can see that. I mean, it's no different than, using like panko breadcrumbs or something.
Yeah, but it adds that extra bit of salt to it too. Oh my god. It's so good.
Read Kelloon's last chat.
Why don't you read Kellen's last chat?
Because he added you, not at me. Honda 420, that's not even the laws of Moses. That's just what the Pharisees, yes, the group that had Christ executed, wrote down at some point after Yeshua's time.
Yeshua.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know that everything was decided at the Council of Nicaea, where they took all of the books of the Bible that were out there to that point and like had a group compromise or whatever, where they like got rid of some books and modified some other ones and put it all together into one book. And then certainly the King James version of the Bible was another time where there was a huge group of people who came together and translated from Latin to English. And some of the translations that they made are controversial. So there's that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I know the oldest book of the Bible, the one that was written first. Do you guys know the answer to that one? Which book of the Bible is the oldest and written first? The book of
Genesis?
Job.
The book of Mark.
Job.
Mark was written first.
Okay.
17.
17? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's like an answer I did in high school when I was sleeping through class. It worked like never, but it was funny.
Kind of like Daryl Dixon when Duke woke up and he said Daryl Dixon.
Exactly like that.
I mean, he had a pretty decent odds of that being the answer to whatever question. It was greater than 5%, I think. Daryl Dixon, what? Yeah. Anyway, so religion and guns chat tonight. Everybody, I don't know.
Penis.
That's what we're all about, is the religion and the guns. Apparently.
It's not a bad combo, actually.
The vast majority of what isn't kosher isn't found in the book of Moses. Just a bunch of logistical rules that they made up by priest class to keep people in line.
Legalistic.
Well, a lot of it, don't you think some of it was like, hey man, people keep dying from eating these pigs and getting like worms and stuff from the pigs?
Yeah.
So maybe we should just not eat pigs anymore. In fact,
it's hygiene.
We should make it a fucking commandment so people really follow it. So it's not just like, hey, you shouldn't eat pigs. It's like God said not to eat pigs. Then our people will survive more than the other groups of people, and we'll have more children over time.
Well, technically, we're not supposed to because they've casted the demons into the pigs and slaughtered the pigs.
Well, Corey, did you know that Irish people were descendants of Muslims?
Certainly, the fucking the Spanish are the Spanish.
I don't know about that, but
yep, they sailed from the Ibar Peninsula to Ireland.
No, definitely not.
And the Italians, yeah, there was a fair amount of Muslims in Italy too. Like Sicily was taken over by fucking Muslims, I think, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. Whatever, man. Bacon cheeseburgers for everybody.
Pass them around.
We'll feed the world so long as it's bacon cheeseburgers.
I love me some good bacon. Thick cut bacon and not too crispy.
What? Yeah, have a little crispy.
PNW Nature Dude says random, but have you seen the mag release on the Beretta Pico? No, I have not. Is it weird?
Everything about the Pico is weird.
Yeah, doesn't it have a release on the underside of the grip or something?
You can barely hang on to it unless you use the pinky extension mag, and then you look like you have a vampire fang in your pocket.
Yo, that bitch is very tiny.
It's wholly unusable.
Now I want one.
And as strong as Honda thinks he is, I promise that he could not easily rack the slide.
Damn it, Honda, you got called out. Now you gotta.
No, I want a Beretta Pico. They're gonna like rack the slide for you easily.
Get it? I bet you.
Greatest of ease.
I bet you can find one online for cheap.
Oh yeah, like
Let's look on
maybe.
I won't screen share it, but Gunbroker.
Probably under 2, I would say, because those things are not sought after at all.
I would hope it's 2 or less.
I don't know where that question even came from. They've not been relevant for almost a decade.
Right.
Beretta Pico, $200.
There we go.
Buy one for Chiggles.
Literally, there's only one for sale on all of Gunbroker.
That's hilarious.
That's how obscure they are.
Collector's items, buddy.
Maybe I'm not searching it right. Hold on.
Speaking of guns, did you guys know that Phoenix Arms went out of business back in January?
Oh no, not all their high quality products. Darn.
Not the last ring of fire manufacturer. You mean no more hood rat blasters?
I guess they're just gonna have to buy fucking High Points and Tauruses from now on. Darn it.
And Jiminy's is.
Nope, Gemini's was out of business already. They got sued out of business by Bloomberg about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Now I want a Gemini.
Carter Arms.
How do you spell Gemini's? Jimenez?
It's JimI.
Aren't they made out of zinc?
Jimenez. Jimenez.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a Jimenez JA380. Guess what the current price is?
$75.
$185.
$77.
There you go.
Bingo.
And it's $380, so you know it's for the real ones.
I got
Ooh,
mine for
a Jimenez
$25.
JA22. Guess how much that one is?
The reason it's
$45.
listed is because no one's fired it.
$52. Oh,
Damn.
here's a JA9 Jimenez 9. How much do you think that one is?
I'll go 99 on that one.
$57.
85 is the
pretty
bid
close.
price, but you can buy it now for $100.
No, I was right on.
You don't want to have to wait.
You don't want to have to wait on that one.
Yeah, you want that one now.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure nobody else scoops it up.
From what I've heard, those Jiminy's they're fucking just grenades. One-time use. They blow up in your hand.
I've shot 2 magazines through
They
mine.
create-
It didn't blow up.
A lot of slide bites, from my understanding.
Oh, it
I think it's kind of like a fire extinguisher, right? Like most people buy a fire extinguisher and you throw it underneath the sink or whatever, and you hope you never have to use it. This would be the fire extinguisher of pistols. You buy this, you throw it in the drawer of your desk or whatever, and hopefully you never have to use it. But if you do, hopefully it works for at least a couple of shots, right?
Yeah, right.
Or if somebody tries to come at you unarmed, you toss it to them because it won't go off, and then you got them.
Well, plus they fucking weigh like a whole bunch of I don't know what they weigh, but they're not light.
It's what
No,
do they
they're
call
not
it? A throwdown gun?
Yeah.
We should start doing giveaway guns with like the cheapest fucking gun we can find on Gunbroker.
The old
Throw a
ham
bunch of
sandwich.
Charter arms in there too, because you can get those in multiple colors.
Here, maybe we can find out what the cheapest gun on Gunbroker is. So we're gonna go browse by category, firearms and guns.
It's probably that Jimenez, the fucking 22.
We want semi-automatic pistols. We'll just do that. No thanks. We're gonna go buy it now. And price low to high. The police are after me.
Yep.
He's
you
right
even
here.
search that stuff, you bring the hood to yourself.
Right.
Okay. Jimenez JA9 is the answer. But I didn't find the cheapest one earlier. This is the cheapest one. $25 shipping, which doubles the price of the firearm. So now it's $50 with shipping. That is the cheapest handgun.
You guys know the story of how Jimenez actually became a company, right?
Some broke ass bitch needed a gun, so they made a company.
Broke bitch.
No, so
I know the story because I've watched gun websites for 15 plus years.
Yeah, so the guy who owned Jennings, back in the day in California, there was a young kid whose dad let a woman babysit him, and she was basically cleaning dad's Jennings gun, and didn't realize that there was like no safety or no way to really do what needs to be done with it or whatever. Ends up shooting through the wall and it hits the kid and like spinal cord paralyzation. And then Jennings got sued out of business in California. And it was when all their stuff was going up for auction that Jimenez, who was, I believe, their a high manager or something in the company, or like head foreman or something like that, proceeded to basically win the bid. Whereas the state of California, it was the attorney general at the time, wanted to outbid that dude, but they didn't have the money to do so because they said that if they had done so, they would have actually made sure that every single piece of that machinery was just basically destroyed. And then Jimenez went to Nevada and started producing then in the mid-90s, I believe what it was, until Bloomberg eventually sued him out of business. I believe it was 2022, 23, something like that.
You left out the divorce in there. You skipped over a couple.
I'm just going from my own memory at this point, so.
Jimenez, Raven,
Circle of Fire.
Yeah, the Ring of Fire guns.
Ring of Fire, sorry. Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire. Yeah, I kind of want a Ruger LCP, though, to be honest. Like an LCP Max.
Get the Max, yeah.
Yeah.
Good gun.
Get the Bodyguard 2.0.
It's also a good gun.
I just want something pocket carry-ish, because I do carry my 642, which is totally pocket carry size and weight, and nice for that, but it would also be cool to have a semi-auto to throw in the rotation, you know? Look up Arms Core M209, 206, sorry.
Don't do it. They're hot shit.
M206.
They look like shit. They feel like
Just
shit.
get you a Glock. You know that bad boy's gonna run.
The Rock Island M206. That's basically what I have, but made by Rock Island and probably heavier. 38 special, 6-round. That's a cool little gun, honestly. Spurless 206. Whatever. Penis, penis, penis.
Guns. What are guns?
They're these things that rednecks use to feed their family and protect their family. Also, sometimes.
Oh. You mean those things that I've had to sell almost everyone I own? Gotcha.
Tarot Destroyer. My boyfriend's testicles were bitten off by a camel recently. Should I marry him when he wakes up from his coma, or marry his identical twin brother whose testicles are in pretty good shape?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good troll.
You should marry him, but then cheat on him with the brother, so that you get pregnant. Best of both worlds. It's nice not having Snuffleupagus here, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that guy's big gay fag.
Yeah, big gay fag.
He's probably still watching. He just can't comment. He's like, fuck, why can't I comment?
I heard my comments going too.
He's not seeing them. He's ignoring me.
How did he come back? I thought you banned him once before.
I periodically unban people.
Yeah, you gotta forgive them occasionally. Give them another chance.
Sometimes it's been a while since I've heard from you. I'm like, I wonder if my troll is still alive. And then I'll unban them, and they're like, they've been watching the whole time.
Like, yeah, because they come back instantly.
Like Mark Malone.
I want to talk to you.
You know what troll I haven't seen anywhere? Like, I think it dropped off the face of the map. And that's TC. What happened to TC? He was a big time troll. He was a big time troll, but at least he would contribute to the conversation sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
What happened to security guard Dan?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've heard from him.
I talked to him sometime last year. The last time I spoke to him.
Officer Tater Hater. Haven't seen him in a while.
He had a bunch of personal shit going on for.
Well, anyway, I guess we're going to go ahead and end it here. Kind of running out of things to talk about. So we will say goodbye to everybody. Deuces, y'all. Shall not pee in fridge. Truba to Shabba Nabba to pressure. Batacath care. What happened to Dan? You mean Angry Platypus?
No. Simple Dan, the guy that went by Simple Dan. Yeah, that kind of deep voice. He's a security guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Truba to Shabba Nabba to pressure. Batacath care. Prick the troops. 2 words made America. And we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Deuces. Call me, motherfucker.
I want to talk to you, motherfucker. Call me. Call me. Call me.